Hey guys, what's up? It's Carmela Maniac. If you're new to my channel, sit down, chill, and hang out with me for a bit because today I'm going to be breaking down and reviewing World Boss, which is a new release from TRIPPIE Red. Now this song does have some language in it, so please be warned. So this song starts off with possibly the longest intro to ever happen, but it's really not. It's only like a minute, but still, that's a really long intro. And I get why people wouldn't really like that. Like, people would want the song just to start already. And I especially understand if you're driving a car and you're casually listening to music and suddenly this song comes on and you're sitting at a red light expecting the sick beats to come on, and instead you're hit with an atmospheric minute-long intro. Except if you're listening to this in the car and you don't have your volume all the way up, which I don't know why you wouldn't. You don't have music blasting while you drive? If you don't have your music blasting, then most of the atmospheric qualities of this intro just get completely lost. But if you're listening to this song with a pair of headphones, the atmospheric soundscape goes crazy, and it completely changes the experience of the song. So I highly recommend you listen to this song with a pair of headphones. And so because of this, I completely understand it, and if this song came on while I was driving and I was expecting some sick beats, I might just skip this song because of the minute-long intro. But to me, I feel like this intro is aura farming and building suspense, and honestly, the minute-long intro is well worth the wait for me. So the female vocals that make up the first half of the minute-long intro are actually a sample or interpolation. I don't know. I know a lot of people get on me to get it right though. From Ashanti's song, Rock With You, in parentheses, Ah Baby. But the vocals are kind of cut up here and there to give it a different feeling. And they are such a vibe. Although listening to these sampled vocals with headphones, they sound a little bit garbled, almost as if they were pitched up or down and then maybe slowed or sped up. And they did that to make sure it kind of fit the ethereal vibe of the song. But it makes it just a little bit rough listening to those vocals with headphones. And again, I might just be picky, you know? There is a subtle bass line that plays underneath these vocals. And it doesn't play all the time, just here and there, to make sure that the intro has a pulse and so you don't feel too lost in the sauce. The bass line in the intro makes it easier to listen and groove to, make sure there isn't too much of an abstract feeling going on, and it also enhances the vibe. Then there's a scream which almost sounds like it's Ashanti who got sick of her vocals and then decided to scream and break free of the mold. So to me it kind of symbolizes this song breaking out of the norm and being something different, or at least something different than what TRIPPIE Red usually does. Then after that, we have what sounds like a bunch of men chanting a couple of lines over and over again. And to make sure this section stays grounded, there is another synth bass line under this as well. Then more and more synth pads join to create this cool futuristic soundscape, which is a nice backdrop for the men who start singing a wordless melody. So I don't know, man, I think the intro is a work of art and builds our expectations for when the beat finally does drop, because when it does, it's pure vibes and bass heaven for me. Although one thing I do have to say about TRIPPIE's voice here when he finally starts rapping is he sounds kind of like Don Toliver, an artist I've reviewed before, you should check it out here, in that he sounds very thin, very shiny, and very reverbed out. And usually TRIPPIE Red does not sound like this, but honestly the vocals, which sound similar to the vocal sound that Don Toliver uses, especially the reverb aspect, matches the expansive, deep, and groovy beat that accompanies TRIPPIE here. Now, I don't think they were trying to sound exactly like Don Toliver, but they definitely did put all those vocal effects together because they knew it would match the vibe of the song. Now, the main melodic element to the beats in this song are long synth pad notes, which is not something that is super common, but definitely gives the futuristic otherworldly kind of sound, which is super neat. And the bass in the beat, whose underlying tone is very smooth and powerful, has a touch of roughness and multi-layered qualities due to a little bit of distortion. And it's perfect. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to make a rap or trap song, but if you have, then you know how absolutely arduous the task is of finding the perfect sounding snare and bass. And when you finally pick one, you probably end up changing it later to match your song better. So good job to the producers, even though it is their job to reliably find the best bass for the song. Now TRIPPIE's flow is perfect. It's the ultimate mix of long notes, which matches the longer synth pad notes, and short notes to perfectly enhance the rhythm of the groove of the song.
No, I keep one on my side. I got on top of my ride. It's live, I'm feeling like Kai. Feel like Grisky, slime on my.
And so we don't get tired of the long synth pad notes. There is another melodic element, which is a smooth, bittersweet acoustic guitar melody. And this acoustic guitar melody takes over here and there, and it's so pretty and goes so well into the song. And when it does take over, the beat usually drops out, giving the acoustic guitar all the space that it needs. And that break that the guitar provides is like a small, contemplative, emotional break from the song, and it's so good.
100 sound, 50 sound, 20 sound, straight up hundreds, binges, 50 sound, 20.
Then for some thematic continuation, the guide chant from the beginning of the song comes back in almost as the song is done, allowing us another break from the beat and granting us some variety, while also allowing the beat to hit even harder and be appreciated even more when it comes back in.
I'm working on Brian.
And continuing on the theme train, the guitar that I mentioned earlier comes back in and ends the song, and we get to hear it in all of its glory. Now, some notes in this guitar melody get plucked much harder than the other notes in this melody, which makes those notes sound pretty harsh, but it's a very good thing because it adds the best human element and musicianship to the melody. And this makes the melody very impactful and very emotional. And this paired with the pretty, minor, and bittersweet melody, it makes it the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And as if we would get tired of this melody, as the song ends, the guitar melody goes up an octave higher, making it even more interesting. And this human element in this song is something that is often missing in other genres, like the song I just reviewed called Priceless, where all the instruments sounded like they were being played by robots. So the fact that this song, a rap song, was able to give a more dynamic and interesting guitar part is crazy. Now, not to be dramatic or anything, but this is currently in this moment that I'm writing this, but also I guess while I'm recording this, so like right now, is my reason to live, mi vida, the love of my life, etc., etc. This is why I like rap music. Just let me bathe in this song for the entire day. Thanks. So I'm gonna give this song a 9.9 out of 10 on the millimeter. It's a pretty high number. The beat, perfectly expansive and has interesting instrumentation. The synths, perfectly vibey and futuristic. The vocals, perfect rhythm and mixed perfectly to match the dark, futuristic vibes of the song. The guitar melody, perfectly beautiful, dark, and sweet. The themes, awesome continuation with the chanting and the guitar melody. Wow, Trippie Redd, wow.
50 sound, 20 sound, talking about 100 sound, 50 sound, 20 sound, straight up.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, or even if you didn't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Tell me what you guys thought of World Boss by Trippie Redd in the comments below. Keep listening, and I'll talk to you guys later. New release from Trippie Redd. World. A red light, expecting. Very well worth. In parentheses, ah baby. This join. Then more and more in that he sounds very thin. And the beat and the beat and the bass. And the bass and the beat. Priceless. Wow, Trippie Redd. Thought of Boss World. World boss. World boss.